All right, hey guys, welcome to week 2 of your guitar lessons. Thank you so much for coming and working so hard. Remember, what we worked on this week was going, remember, 1 for the first fret, second finger for the second fret, third finger for the first fret, and fourth finger for the fourth fret. And I'd like you to work your way up, or also up strings, remember? And I'm going to show you just a close-up of how I do it personally, just so you can see it. First finger, second finger. Remember, close to the fret, but not touching the fret. Good. Now, if you find that's a big stretch for your fingers, you can use one finger like, and what I'm talking about there is, if you find it a big stretch to keep all 4 fingers down when you do it, that's what I'd like you to do eventually. But if you can't, just use one finger at a time. But the nice thing, it's easier when you have all your fingers down because you can make it ring out instead of going bump, 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 bump. You can go da, 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 da. So that's the first thing we worked on. And then this week, we learned our first chord. So, you have your books, and if you weren't here last week, just make sure you look in your book and follow along. Remember, if you hold that sheet of paper straight up, it looks just like these frets. So the one on the left side, I don't know if this mirrors or not on the camera, but the one on the left side is the thickest string, the one on the right side is the thinnest string. Remember I showed you if you slide it up, they line right up with this? So, what I want you to remember on this one is that we're gonna use our middle finger, our ring finger, and our first finger. Now, I find I wanna start it with my middle finger because that's the highest string up. So that is string 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is on the middle finger. And the reason why I like that one is to talk about is because it is the one that's, your middle finger is 2nd fret, 2nd string. It's usually easier to remember. So when I make an E chord, I'm gonna zoom in there. I put my middle finger on that note, and the first thing I want you to do is play that note. Just pick that one note, get that, it's a B note. And then right below that, notice how my finger is not, normally if I'm making just a single note, I put it there, but I have to slide it back a tiny bit because I have to fit my ring finger in there too. These are both 2, so now it sounds like this. Now I'm hiding my other fingers just to show you, but I don't want you to hide your fingers normally. So I've got those 2 fingers there, and then the first finger goes on the first fret of the 1, 2, the 3rd string up. So it sounds like this. And then what I want you to do is I want you to strum. And you should be able to hear 6 notes. So here it is. These are the notes. E, B, E. Then this one here is either a G sharp or an A flat, B, and E. So if you heard that, every chord, and we'll talk about this in a little bit, every chord is only really made up of 3 primary notes. There'll be some extra notes in there sometimes, but if you hear this chord, E, B, E, G sharp or A flat, B, and E. So there's only 3 notes I mentioned there. There's just a bunch of the same notes. So here's an E, here's an E, and here's an E. And when I play it, then here's a B, here's a B, there's 2 B's, 3 E's, and then 1 of the G sharps or A flat. Well, I think for this one, because it's E, we'll call it an A flat. But when I play that, even though there's 6 notes, there's a bunch of repeats in there. So when we play a chord, usually we're gonna find 3, 4, maybe 5 notes from those 6 that come in. Usually a chord's gonna made up of primarily 3 notes. Now, when we get to that point where we can play each one, when we get to that point, now I want you to practice a strum. So we're gonna go down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. Now remember I showed you we're gonna switch. We're gonna go to an A, technically it's an A2, but we're gonna go to an A by taking these two fingers, which are right now on the 4th and 5th strings, and we're gonna bring them down. Remember, when you go down, the string note, the numbers are lower, so we're gonna bring them down, watch. And they're gonna be now on the 3rd and 4th strings. Back to E. Bring them down strings. That's the A. And so I'm going to play that back here so you can see it. I'm going to play it back here so you can see the whole thing. And that's really what we got to work on this week, is just the E. And I'm going to pause right now. I don't want you to pause if you can help it, but I want to pause and explain. Now I'm bringing my fingers down to the A. E. A. Now, there's really 3 steps in this. First thing first is get the chord. If you can't get the chord, work on getting the chord. And if that's really hard for you, the only way you're going to get better at that is if you do this. So step 1 is to get the chord. And if you can't get the chord, work on the finger exercise to be able to get the chord. So first thing is, get that chord. That's the E chord. Remember, it's 2nd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret. And remember the sheet, if you don't remember what it looks like, the sheet that I gave you has it on there. Then the next one is, we're going to take the top 2 string fingers down, and we're going to play the A chord. If you can do those things, then we're going to work on the strum pattern. So we've got, first you have to be able to do the chords. The next thing is do the strum pattern. And if you can't do the strum pattern, don't switch the chord yet. So just start with the E. And play that E for a day if you need to. Like the practice, and keep on practicing it. And when you can strum straight down, down, up, down, up. So the strum pattern's like this. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. Now, we got the 2 chords at the beginning. Learn how to play those. Again, build your fingers up if it doesn't work. Then the strum pattern. Don't switch the chords until you can do the strum pattern. Once you can do both, be able to switch the chords, like play this chord and then this chord, and you can do the strum pattern, then you put them together. And it sounds like this. So that's the A, back to E. I'm going to come up, just to show my fingers. E, A, E, bring it down to A. Now I'm going to show you the strum. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. I'm going to pause there for a minute. Notice when I'm strumming, my hands always moving. That keeps my beat. So if you find the strum pattern hard, work on the strum pattern. If you find switching the chords hard, work on switching the chords hard. And if you get that all together, then you can put it as one piece and then work on it. All right, that's it for week 2. Thank you guys so much, and I'm excited to be able to come back next week. really for practice wise, I want you guys to practice for 5 to 10 minutes a day, minimum 5. So remember, set that timer, say Alexa, set a 5-minute timer if you have it, use a clock, use whatever you can use, have a mom or dad or a brother or sister time you, but practice for at least 5 minutes a day. More if you can, but at least 5 minutes a day. Now, just note to parents too, this hand's gonna start getting sore, and it's a part of learning guitar. It always does. The hand gets sore. Kids will say, "I don't want to play right now because it hurts." The only way that that's gonna stop hurting is if you play more. So don't play so it's like it's gonna hurt your fingers, but the pain that they feel right now is because their fingers are very soft. But the more you play, the harder your fingers will get, the tougher your fingers will get, and the easier it'll be to play. So anyways, with that, that's been 10 minutes. And again, only watch this video if you need the video. So watch the first day of the week. And then if you need it, use it. But if not, just do this. And then the U chord, then the A chord, then the strum, down, 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 up, then the switch, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down. All right, so that's it for today. Thanks, guys.